I think, the 8th of June, 2026. I am Lisa Lovestone, Reiki Master, intuitive oracle card reading, um, meditation, leading and guiding people through meditation, sound bowls, drumming. I do all that. And I help with raising your vibration, and I do these really cool cards that help us, give us guidance. Anyway, sorry, my brain is just a little bit scattered. I've had a day, and I've had a couple of weeks too. It's been a little weirdish. Anyway, I just got a brand new deck, and I think I'm gonna love it. Inner child. It's okay, baby. Little doggy. Anyway, this is Inner Child Oracle cards. See how pretty that is? Very pretty. All right, so let's get started. Huh. So anyway, uh, uh, anybody who's been following me, I rescue kitties, and I have a colony of cats that I feed every day, and I take care of them. And if they need to go to the vet, I take them to the vet. They've all been spayed and neutered. I'm just petting the doggy down here. He's so precious. Anyway, so my cat Cindy, so I have twin kitties. They're black and they're beautiful with green eyes, and they're twins, and I named them Cindy and Wendy. And anyway, something attacked Cindy, and she's got a great big gash out of the back of her leg, like something bit into her and just ripped her skin off, and it's just raw meat in there. It's just awful. My poor baby. You know, and cats can't say, ouch, I'm hurting, and you give them a pain pill. They have to endure that pain because nobody knows they're hurting. And I saw it yesterday, but she was feeling a little, she wasn't coming to me. She wasn't eating. She wasn't making herself available to me to love on her. But I saw it, and I had my camera in my hand anyway. I took a quick picture. I took a quick picture, and the ice machine, it makes the weirdest sounds. I took a quick picture. I don't use it. I'm going to turn it off. It's very annoying to have that kind of sound. Okay, where was I? So, hello, Charlie, Jordan, and Cade Productions, and Kane. Am I gay? Oh, you're so funny. Hi, hi. Anyway, so I rescue kitties. Cindy's been hurt. There's a chunk out of her leg. I gave her to a nonprofit group called Kitty Connection. And you know what? If you're just going to be rude, please leave the chat, because I don't need that kind of crap. Anyway, hi, Con. So, Kitty Connection in Georgia, they are taking her to the vet for me tomorrow. That's what funds are providing the funds. I'm doing a fundraiser for the money for her. So that's what happened today. Yeah, right. Haha. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I am doing an oracle card reading. I am a Reiki master and intuitive oracle card reader. Aren't these cards beautiful? I just got these cards in the mail. This is my first reading. Hello from Pakistan. So anyway, you guys just be nice. Please ignore any negativity. Just ignore it. Don't keep it going. Please. Thank you. So, all right. So today's Monday. I'm sorry I didn't get this done last night, but I didn't have the Real Roy. Oh, thank you. I've got it up because it was very humid today. Hi, Trash Bear. Yeah. So anyway, today's Monday. So this is an oracle card reading for the rest of the week. This is going to give us guidance if you have any thoughts in your mind like, gosh, I wonder if I should go do that or if I shouldn't, or you know, should I unfriend that person because they're really not bringing me up? They're kind of bringing me down. So when you have those kinds of questions, oracle cards don't tell you what to do. They give you guidance and it kind of synchronizes with you and you go, oh, yeah. So that's what. Yes, I am 61 and I am probably old enough to be your grandmother, but just, just be kind, okay? How these work? Well, watch and learn. All right, so I'm just shuffling them and I'm just gonna, kind of ignore the chat because I need to focus on this, okay? So you guys just behave yourselves while I'm doing this. I just asked for guidance for the collective. The collective is you, the collective is me. Anyone who sees this video, they are the collective. So, no, I'm not 67, I'm 61. And so may we just have guidance for the week. You silly gooses. All right, so then a card is going to come that I'm supposed to read to all of us, okay? All right, what do you want us to know? Okay, here's the first card. What do you want us to know that will give us guidance for the rest of the week? Here's two, so we got two cards. I'm calling upon all the ancestors of the highest and the purest light that comes through the light of Christ and all the archangels to give us the guidance that we need to get through this week. What else would you like us to know? Here's a card. Okay, we've got three. I typically stop at three. Sometimes I get four, but it's already getting late for me, so I like your hairstyle, Haggis, Sila. Thank you. Yeah, it's just a messy bun. I just literally put it up because I didn't want to get my hair wet when I took a shower, and then I just left it because I had to run out the door. So, okay. So here we go. So the first card is Run Wild, and I'll let you take a look at it. Run Wild. Now, if anything in this, yeah, I don't know really a lot about live, and I don't know how to block people. So I guess I should learn so that when rude people get in here, I can just get rid of them. Chat filter, community moderation. I don't know. Let's see, what does this do? Oh, that's weird. I don't want that. Huh. I'll have to learn. I'll have to ask my son. He's 30. He knows how to do everything. Okay. Click and there you will get the option. Oh. Oh. Oh, no, no, I deleted his message. That's not I'm trying to put user in a timeout. Okay. There we go. He's in timeout because he's been bad. Anyway, thanks you guys for telling me how to do that. Okay. So Run Wild. So this is a horse with butterfly wings, and it's kind of a mystical uh place, fantasyland-ish. And there's a lot about our inner child that we need to work with, like for people my age, we the Americans, we our childhood was a little bit abusive for a lot of us because parents were like really strict. So our inner child has needed to heal from a lot of that, which I have done. So you know, sometimes our parents were so strict we felt like we were prisoners in our own home. So yeah, he's gone. So anyway, this is how I felt when I left home at age 16. Like I was running free and I had wings. So I can really relate to this card. Okay. So this is our guidance for this week to run free, to let your inner child run wild, run forth. Um, how would we interpret that so that you just don't go out and catch things on fire? That's not what it means. Um, it's more about um, your inner wild child run forth. So, like, this card's definitely for me in a lot of ways because I have been working, and I've been so serious and practical and um, professional. And I had lunch with a friend today, and I just didn't want lunch to end because I was enjoying being with a friend, with another human, and interacting, you know, and having lunch, and it's just really nice. And I didn't have to be taking care of animals or taking care of stuff or dealing with people who are dysfunctional, who definitely need therapy. So, um, run wild. Let your inner child just kind of, and everybody has an inner child. And if you don't know what that means, just ask AI or whatever. You could Google it. So let's see what the card says, because this is a brand new deck. I'm not really bonded to it yet, but I think that a lot of intuitive stuff came forward for us. Okay, there is a wild aspect to being a child, a sort of carefree naivety patterned with an intense connection to our senses. Children feel things more deeply and experience the world more through their bodies than through their minds. They have little care for how things are supposed to be, right? They don't care if you're supposed to cross your legs when they sit down. They just want to sit down with their knees up to their chin or whatever, right? They want to be free to just have that body autonomy and do what they want to do. So, while this is obviously not a place that we can continually reside as adults, um, there is magic to be had in connecting with this mindset again. And there was some people in therapy when I lived in Wyoming, and their therapist took them to the pizza joint, and they were supposed to come into the pizza joint. It was Godfather's Pizza. Their pizza is awesome. Um, and act like children. So, like, you see the parents with the 10-year-olds or the 5-year-olds and how they act. They might throw food, they might say please and thank you, or they might throw pizza at the person across the table. Who the heck knows? I grew up in a very rigid household, so I would have never dreamed of doing something like that. I wouldn't have lived with the consequences. It would have been not, I would have been unalived. So it's very important to just let that inner child come out and be free every now and then without being stupid, right? Like jumping off a building and thinking you can fly. One of the best ways to be wild is to be messy. Get a coloring book and color outside of the lines. That might be really therapeutic. Get some paint, get an easel and or whatever, get the thing that you paint on and put some paint on there and then put your fingers in it and just make something a mess. That's therapy as well. Is there still anybody in the chat room? I can't tell. Khan has an apple next to his name. I'm just wondering if there's anybody here. I can't tell. Okay, anyway. Oh, look, I just talked about it and here it is. Go barefoot in the mud because it really feels good. Play outside in the rain. When it rains, just go outside and walk around in it and dance or run across the yard and scream. Ah! Whatever. It's just be a child again for 10 minutes. Finger paint, splatter paint, or even body paint. Have you ever, when you were a kid, did you get into the paint and then you started putting it on yourself? Do it, it'll wash off. Get a group of friends together and have a water balloon fight. Huh? You could do that. Be the most unapologetically unproductive you can while doing something playful with your body. Now, don't take that the wrong way, okay? Because I know where people go sometimes. This is, this is above the belt kind of stuff. I walk in the light and I don't talk about all that when I'm here. Okay. Find pleasure in this wild abandonment and let go of the notion that you are supposed to act a certain way as an adult. Your inner child will be delighted and thrilled to run wild with you again. Sounds pretty cool, right? Huh. Hi, Shan Marie. Hi, Kate. Hi, Real Roy. Toe Sucker. I just don't even know. Haggis. Con. Cool. Interesting. All right, so let's see what the second card brings us. So I hope this is going to help you with this week. Just hearing it. And then, like, maybe this week I should get with my friends and play hacky sack. I don't know if anybody still plays hacky sack or play dodgeball, not dodgeball, but where you kick the ball to each other. What was that called? Like rugby, but not rugby because obviously you just be friends and not a team. But or go to the water park and go down the water slide and scream, right? All right. So the next card is you do not have to go it alone. So if you're feeling alone in what you're doing, it says you don't have to do that. And I feel alone all the time in what I'm doing because I'm single, I live alone, I'm always working, and I'm alone when I'm working. And simply, Sammy, thank you. That's so sweet. And so, yeah. And like I said, I had lunch with a friend today and it felt so good to connect to another adult. Oh my gosh. So, whoever's feeling that way, you don't have to go it alone. Reach out for support in this time. And I did reach out for support today, and I did get a team to help me with that kitty that's been hurt, Cindy. So that's great. This is an interesting card. I'm going to let you guys look at this and see if anything clicks inside of you. Does anything resonate with you? So we've got a building back there, like a castle, and then, yeah, and then a boat, but it looks like a boat in the clouds. So it looks like a castle in the clouds, a boat in the clouds, and just one person is, you know, hi, Con. Um, just one person is in the boat. So what it's saying is you're not alone. Isn't that cool? I love the artwork on these cards. Okay. So for me, let's see what comes to me. So again, like I said, I mean this reading is so for me. I hope it's for you too because this reading is for the collective, so it's for everybody. So I hope something is resonating for you. Um, you do not have to go it alone. And, I have a hard time asking for help. And I've been asking for help to a degree. Um, so, I mean, yeah, I'm getting there. It's just hard. It's hard for me personally to find people that are that I can count on, that are dependable. So that's really a big deal. I just killed an ant. I don't know where it came from. Hmm, interesting. All right, so let's just see what this card says. Number 43. it can be a tricky thing to navigate the spaces between independence and reliance. Yes, that's true. For many people, as they were growing up, independence might have been worshipped as the highest standard. Yep. And standard of personal character and personal achievement, and reliance on another may have been seen as weakness. Yes. Or as being overly needy. Mm-hmm. People my age, like we said before, I'm 61. People my age, we really were taught to be self-reliant. Mostly the men, though. A lot of the women were not taught to support each other, but to go it alone and just do whatever your husband asked you to do or whatever, to be obedient. At least where I came from, small town in Wyoming. Um, and yeah, independence for a woman was not like something that you would teach your daughter. I want you to grow up to be an independent and successful woman. No, it was, I hope you marry a good man and have good children, healthy children. Wow. Thanks, thanks for that. Thanks for thinking that that's all I'm good for. So that's in some of the bigger cities where people were like in New York, they were a little more advanced. Women my age were like becoming lawyers and doctors and such. Okay, so yeah. While it is good to take responsibility for ourselves, yes, we were never meant to walk this life in solitude. If you have pulled this card, then it is time to be honest with yourself about what you need at this moment. If anybody wants to say something in chat about this, I'd love to discuss. Um, have you felt alone, or have you felt like you have to bear all the burdens on your shoulders? And do you have a difficulty asking for help? Anybody? Raise your hand. Hello. Okay. Um, well, let's see here. This card might also indicate that it is time to seek professional help as well. So if you're really feeling alone and stuck, definitely you need some therapy. Um, I have been in therapy. I'm not in therapy right now, but I would like to be in therapy again at some point. Just kind of like to tie up some loose ends in my journey of self love, self acceptance, the whole forgiveness thing. There's a few things I'd like to tie up. Definitely. Okay, we have one more card. Ooh, neato. Flow with the rhythm. And I was dancing today while I was cooking my supper. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. This is the card. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. Does this card speak to anybody? I like that, where the people are dancing in a circle and holding hands. there's power in the more than one. There's a lot of power to be had because you're amplifying the good energy. Okay, so that's 14. Flow with the rhythm. Yeah. Do you know dancing, if you have a genetic marker to get Alzheimer's, dancing is something that you can do to kind of help hold it back. Dancing in, like in a joyful kind of way. Move it, groove it, yeah, ooh. Do some like Bee Gees music and do the staying alive moves, whatever makes you happy. That helps stave off the Alzheimer's from taking over your brain. So let's see. Okay, flow with the rhythm. When we were children, dance and movement were natural parts of our being. So see how these cards are aligning with each other? They're synchronizing. We knew intuitively how to find joy in the rhythm and how to express that joy with our bodies. Maybe along the way, we were told that our expressions were not good enough to be considered dance. But the truth is that every dance in existence was first made up by intuitive movement. So, however you feel like you want to move, if that's what brings you joy, do it. If you just want to go blah, 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 then do it. If you want to do the Bee Gees Staying Alive movements with John Travolta, do it, If you want to do something a little more Shaka Khan or uh, Jennifer Lopez or Britney Spears, do that, right? Okay. Like so much in this world, the art of dancing is a subjective art, and you get to decide how to participate in it. If you have pulled this card, then it may be time to dance. Put on some music and let your body move with the abandonment. So just kind of, just go with it. The gorillas, sometimes they have a good beat to dance to. I hope I don't have a black eye. Just rubbed all my makeup all over the place. When my son was a teenager, he liked Linkin Park and Green Day and Gorillaz. So we would do a trade-off. I'd say, I'll listen to 2 Gorillaz songs if you'll listen to 2 Journey songs. And I ended up liking the Gorillaz, and my son ended up liking Journey. And then he'd be like, if you listen to 2 Linkin Park songs, Mom, I'll listen to 2 of your songs. And I would play a couple of the Cars, and he's like, the Cars are really cool. And I was like, Linkin Park is pretty cool. There's a couple of songs I can't really do and I skip, but I had my own Linkin Park CDs for a while, and now everything's on the internet. Okay, what else does it say? Okay, let your body move with abandonment. This is the time for freedom and play, not a time to worry about technique or style. Dance for the pleasure of moving. and release any thoughts you might have of not being good enough to dance. If you're in the living room or in your bedroom, who cares how it looks, right? Doesn't matter. In the world of movement, there is no such thing as good or bad. Movement is movement. There is only what you make of your experience. So it's how you're perceiving your experience that makes it what it is. So perceive it as a very natural and fun and enjoyable thing. If you find it difficult to dance without judgment of your movements, try dancing with your eyes closed. If you choose to do this practice, I would suggest dancing slower so you don't fall down. And in a room with plenty of space in case you do fall down, because when you dance with your eyes closed, you get dizzy. So a responsive journaling prompt. Oh, we're going to do some journaling. So write these down in your journal, right? Okay. What emotions come up for you while you were dancing? What emotions came up for you? What were you feeling? What were you thinking about? Did you cry? Did you laugh? Did you feel serenity and peacefulness? Do you feel uncertainty or shame around your body and how it moves? That would be very interesting to just allow yourself to feel those feelings and think about those thoughts you're having. Why are you having these thoughts? You know, should you? Should you be feeling shame about your body? Absolutely not. Shame is a dirty word, and I don't use that word. It's a dirty word. It's a terrible word, and we shouldn't use that word. Somebody created that word, probably the Catholic Church, to make people feel bad about themselves so that they would come to church to repent, right? And give tithes so the church could get bigger. So, yeah. Shame, the word shame should never be used. Don't ever feel ashamed. Uh, do you feel joy or freedom? Are you feeling joy or freedom when you dance? Do you feel awkward? Well, if you feel awkward, just keep moving. Move through the awkwardness, move through the fear, move through the discomfort. Just keep going, move through it until it's like, yeah, I can get into this. Yeah. Whatever feelings might arise, ask yourself why it is that you might be experiencing these emotions around dancing. So journal that. When you write stuff down with a pen or pencil, it connects to your brain in a way that you don't connect to your brain in any other form. So writing in a journal, still not on a computer with a pen or pencil, is really therapeutic. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it helps you get through your week of June 8th, 2026. I'm going to say good night. Blessings, blessings, blessings to all of you. Good night.